It is Wednesday o'clock, and you know what that means. It is time for another episode of TGIW. Wednesday, the only day that gives us a reason to get out of bed in the morning. So we're going to start with our MVP of the week, or our book of the week, our comic book of the week of last week. I am going to go with The Dollhouse Family. I gave a shot on this. I gave this one a shot. I liked the basket full of heads. This scratches a lot of my itches. I love horror. My favorite genre of horror movie is creepy dolls. This isn't quite creepy dolls, but it's horror and it's dolls. I'm excited to see where it goes. So this gets the shout out for the comic book of the week of last week. So then, let us jump into books from subscriptions this week. Immortal Hulk 27. I don't know what else I can say about Immortal Hulk that I haven't said already. It is awesome. Should be reading it. Amazing Spider-Man number 34. Oh man. 2099 begins. Really begins in earnest this month. So we have the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in with the 2099 event. The Amazing Mary Jane. Picked up the first issue when it came out. It seemed fun enough. I'll keep with it for a little while. I'll see how it goes. Absolute Carnage. You know I'm picking up Absolute Carnage. I love it. My symbiote fever remains at a high. I can't get enough symbiotes. I was not able to pick up any Venom minis this week. I thought I was going to be able to. My comic shop was run dry, but there is a private seller that had a run of what's it called? It's the one with the she-Venom. Sinners of something. I forget. He was going to have that, but he wasn't able to bring it to me today. So hopefully next week I'll have some more Venom goodness to read. Aquaman number 54, Year of the Villain. Don't care. These covers have been kind of cool, so I guess that's a benefit of the event. But I do love me some Aquaman. Batman 83, so this is towards the end of the City of Bane storyline, which has been going on for a while, and it's been great. I think Bane is in some trouble. Captain America 16, I don't know, it's Captain America. I'm an American. I love America, I suppose, so I guess you gotta read Captain America. I'm gonna read Captain America. Conan the Barbarian, 11. Conan stuff, still fun. I actually might. They're good when I read them, but I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stick with the Conan and Savage Sword of Conan. I've gotten the gist of Conan at this point. Savage Sword, in particularly, I think is not as good as Conan the Barbarian. So we'll see how long it lasts. I don't know. We'll see. Spider-Verse, love my multiverse stuff. A lot of characters out of the animated movie Into the Spider-Verse. After that was a success, I guess they were like, oh, we got to make a book with all those characters so people buy it. Movie or not, I would have bought it because it's multiverse stuff, and I love myself some multiverse. Iron Man, Iron Man was my very first comic character love. He was the first character I was really, really into. So I've just always read Iron Man, and this Ultron stuff has been good. And jumped on the Deadpool number 1, the new series. This was in my poll just because I was getting the last series. I don't know why. I mean, it's the number 1 thing because it's a number 1 they can sell. It's a jumping on point, I guess. Like Deadpool's never gonna end, or at least anywhere in the near foreseeable future. I don't know why it's the restart at a number 1, and there's always a good jumping on point with Deadpool. It's just, it gets exhausting to have to keep track of how many volumes of whatever, but it's more Deadpool ongoing. I was going to get it. All right, that's all for subscriptions. There's actually, man, a lot that I pulled off the shelf. Annihilation Scourge #1 Alpha. Sort of redundant. It's both an alpha and a #1. It could be a #1 or it could just be an alpha. Why it's an alpha 1, I don't know, but that's what it is. I don't know a whole lot about the actual story. I do know that I love me some Negative Zone. I love the original Alpha story. That event was so good. So whenever Annihilation stuff comes up, I usually pick it up. Absolute Carnage Captain Marvel tie-in. Again, it's Absolute Carnage. I'm getting all that. Nothing terribly exciting. Von Freeze. I was able to read The White Knight. I finally got that #2 in the mail last week or the week before, so I was able to read that series. Oh man, was that good. That was so good. So it looks like this White Knight universe is going to be an ongoing, not an ongoing, but something that keeps coming up now and again, because we have Curse of the White Knight, and then there's Von Freeze, which is was a one-shot about Victor Freeze's dad and his being a Nazi and all that. So I picked that up because it's Black Label. I liked the White Knights series, so I thought this could be good. And it's still by Sean Murphy, so it'll keep true, I'm sure. Olympia #1. I don't know. I thought the cover looked cool. I really like Greek mythology, and Olympia had that tone. And this looks like, I don't know, a Greek superhero sort of thing. And I flipped through it and like, I'll give it a shot. Maybe it's horrible. Maybe I'll get it in trade if I like the #1. I don't know. Something just spoke to me about it, so I picked it up. No big deal. And then we have the 2 actual 2099 books. Another #1 Alpha. So in case you didn't understand from the #1 part of it, you got the Alpha, so you know it's the beginning point. So we have that, and then the Fantastic Four 2099 one-shot. So I think this event is all going to be in one-shots. So we'll see how they read. Between these two and the Amazing Spider-Man that has a 2099 tie-in, which one am I supposed to read first? I'd say the super redundant 2099 Alpha, because it's #1 and Alpha, but there's already been tie-ins with Amazing Spider-Man, so I don't know which one I'm supposed to start with. I guess we'll figure it out. And then, oh man, Question. So Black Label, Question, mag size. What a great place to have a Question book on Black Label. There's a lot of things. I think Question is very underutilized, but it could be a lot of fun in this sort of Splinter universe, being able to get a little gritty and a little bit raw. So looking forward to that. I do have a surprise coming back to our 2099 in celebration of 2099 actually being kicked off. A couple videos ago, I mentioned that I had, in my younger years, had designed a Wolverine 2099, and I thought that I still had it, and I in fact do still have it. And I found it in, where else would it be but in my X-Men trading card binder from the 90s. So it is stuck in the pocket over here. Oh man, this takes me back. So this is my Wolverine 2099. He's got the normal claws. Oh man, he's got bicep claws. No one ever came up with bicep claws? How useful would that be? He's got the super exaggerated whatever these things are, because he's awesome. He's got a little eye thing that goes over so he can, I don't know, scan the woods. I don't know, because obviously he's in the woods. I don't know. He's got some sort of face masky thing on, because it was the 90s and that was obviously going to be cool. So there it is. That is my Wolverine 2099 back from in the 90s. And also, again, respect to the X-Men binder. Look how this some sort of ad I had gotten. Look how this thing is falling apart. Oh, it's cracked there. I drew the Silver Surfer on the back. I don't know if you can see that. How fun is that? And I remember collecting these cards when they came out. Have my checklists over here for like, I need this one, because I bought them out of packs. So, yeah. Oh man, there's the second series. The Fleer Ultra series. All of these I bought by buying packs throughout time, and eventually got them all. Crazy, man. That's bananas. Anyway, thought that'd be fun. What else? Okay, so I didn't get anything from back issue bins, but I did have a delivery come in today with a handful of books I got online. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 10 from Image. I am working on a full Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run from all official volumes, and also one-shots from 80s, 90s, and Tales of the TMNT. And I'm coming reasonably close, but one of the places I usually go to online, they had one of the issues I needed, the number 10 of the Image series, so I picked that up. Then a couple keys. Hulk number 169. Oh man, watch out for this book. Just kidding, no one cares. First appearance of the Bi-Beast. I like to get first appearances of, Bi-Beast, C-list, D-list characters. When's the last time anything interesting happened with a Bi-Beast? He shows up every once in a while. But I like this sort of stuff. I mean, it's not an investment. Nothing's going to go on with this book. This book is maybe worth $10, maybe on a good day. But it's the Bi-Beast. Hey, what a fun character. So I like getting those sort of keys. Again, it's not a speculation thing or anything. It's just, I just think it's fun. And then Defenders number 94, this one's actually in really good shape. I was surprised. This is the first appearance of Gargoyle. The reason I got this, I wanted the first appearance of Gargoyle, is I read, and if you haven't, you probably should. In 1985, there was a Gargoyle miniseries. It was a 4-issue miniseries. It's just called The Gargoyle. It's easy to find. It's super cheap. I got all 4 out of $1 bin. It's so good. It was so good. I hadn't read much with the Gargoyle in it, but I picked that up and read it, and I was blown away with how great it was. So if, a local comic shop, if they happen to have those at a decent price, I don't know if it was ever collected in a trade or not, probably not. But if you get your hands on the issues for cheap, pick them up, read it. It's just a really, really good story. So after I read that, I was like, you know what? Gargoyle, props. So I was like, I better grab that. And again, this is in almost near mint condition. The biggest problem with it is that it appears to be like a miscut there, but I don't really care too much about that on a book like this. But it's like $7. It wasn't, those sorts of first appearances and stuff. I like to have too. And no matter what, if it's a key issue, if it's a first appearance, in my collection, it gets Mylar'd and it goes in the safe. That's just the way I roll with what I consider to be in my key issue collection. Everything looks prettier in Mylar. So I think that's it for this week. I do have another video coming up. I actually recorded it last night, but it was taking a really long time to produce. So look for that to come out either tomorrow or the day after. It should be pretty close to put up. It's a new episode of Back Issues. Man, it's probably my nerdiest video yet. I get into game theory stuff. Which is really, really fun. I kind of come with some game theory stuff. Originally it was on the fly, but just kind of make it up as I go along, but I thought it ended up being pretty good. But anyway, if you're into that sort of stuff, game theory, it's how it relates to eBay and auctions and things like that. I definitely could have digged deeper, but it got to be a half hour long. Like, I gotta cut it. I've given you the basis. Maybe you can go from there. If people like it, I can maybe make a supplemental. I don't know. But anyway, look out for that in the next day or two. But other than that, I will see you then. I will see you next Wednesday. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you got. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what I bought that I shouldn't have bought. There's probably something that I bought that was awful. I don't know. But that's it. Thanks. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.